Hello everybody. My name is Ryan. I'm here with Aaron. We are on day 4, but day 3 of recorded 47 practices. We are T-minus 2 days until the actual challenge, and we are here at Epcot practicing our middle of the afternoon run where we have our fast passes. Today is Memorial Day, so we are doing kind of a worst case scenario thing. We are here a little bit later than we wanted to be, 11:57 p.m. and AM. I'm an idiot. 11:57 a.m.
11:57 p.m. with the sun in the sky.
Yeah, super bright. So we're here a little bit later than we wanted to be. It is Memorial Day. The crowds are super high. The lines are super long. We are doing a very worst case scenario run today. We are not running quite yet, so we're just kind of leisurely taking our time. But we are heading over to Figment, which is going to be our first fast pass on the challenge day. It is also our first fast pass today. We're gonna see how much of Epcot we can get done today by round 3.
By round 3.
So
our frozen fast pass is 3:20 right now.
Right, for our actual challenge.
For the actual challenge. And if we can't move it up, that's when we want to be hitting frozen in Mexico. 2 days, people.
2 days from now. All right.
Stretching.
If we can get a good amount done today, that should be a good indicator for what we can get done on Wednesday. So here we go. Figment, ride number 1. When we say crowd levels are high today because it's Memorial Day, we mean crowd levels are high. This was a 35-minute wait.
Note to self, never come on Memorial Day.
Right? Spaceship Earth had a 75-minute standby wait. Test Track has a 120-minute standby wait. Living with the Land has a 40-minute standby wait.
Season's at 45.
Season's at 45.
Frozen's 50.
That's why we figured today would be a good day to do this, because crowd levels are really high. So this is like absolute worst case scenario. See how we can finagle things. We're excited.
Plainly seen, imagination works the best when it's set free.
You said it, Doc. Imagination is a blast. Imagination,
Yes! Is at the heart of all creation.
Beware of hitchhiking dragons.
We are off of Figment now. I think we're gonna check out Test Track Single Rider, do another worst case scenario, because currently the wait for Test Track is 130 minutes. So if we do it now, while it is a long wait, that will give us a better idea for like how long it'll take on a really crowded day versus how long it could take on a normal park day, like on Wednesday. We'll keep you updated.
All of you working together as a team.
This isn't Test
I'll
Track.
be your Capcom.
How dare you stand where he stood.
Lieutenant?
I missed Lieutenant Dan.
Remember the team number you're standing on.
So, on our way to Test Track, we noticed that Mission Space had a 10-minute wait. So we ran over here, waited in line, maybe waited like 5 minutes in total, combined with the pre-shows and everything. And then Aaron got on. I wasn't feeling super well last night, so I skipped out on this ride, and I'm gonna wait on Wednesday. I'm gonna buy some motion sickness medicine for the 4 simulator rides that I'm gonna have to do on that day. So I decided to hold off today just to be safe, because I don't have the medicine yet. Aaron's riding it to test it for us today, and then once he gets off, we're gonna head back over to Test Track and do exactly what I said before. So he's on the ride right now. We'll see him in a bit. Aaron is off Mission Space. He says it was a very smooth ride until the very end. That's okay. We are heading right now to Single Rider Test Track. The actual standby wait says it is 130 minutes still. Single Rider wait time is still only 30. We do have a Spaceship Earth Fast Pass that starts right now for today, but on the day of our challenge, it doesn't start till 1:05. So we figured this is actually 30 minutes. We'll still have plenty of time to run over to Spaceship Earth for the time our Fast Pass would be on the actual challenge day. So we're gonna see if we can do this first, and then we're gonna head over there. We are getting in line now at 12:36. Here we go. Aaron and I have boarded the ride. We waited 32 minutes in line, so it's pretty accurate. And then after this, we'll head over to Spaceship Earth. So making good progress. We are off of Test Track. You can hear the pooping song in the background. We are running over to our Fast Pass at Spaceship Earth now, because during the actual challenge day, it already would have started by now, which is great. Today, however, we're kind of on the back half of it, so we gotta make it over there pretty quick. But we're doing great. We are a third of the way through Epcot.
We still have 3 hours to go.
Yeah, and we still have 3 hours. So, heck yeah, let's do it. All right, Aaron and I are on Spaceship Earth, still making good time. We made it through Fast Pass in 3 minutes. Yeah!
Welcome to the future. Or should I say, your future?
Treasure Planet.
Treasure Planet. Aw, Aaron.
How come I'm the one hurt, but you're the one with the pain face?
I like how they just magically glued your bone back together.
Or should I say the beginning of your future?
We are off of Spaceship Earth. We are heading over to the land to do probably the one remaining ride that is going to be extremely difficult, which is Soarin. It's got a 55-minute wait currently, but good news is we do still have a little bit over an hour and a half until our Fast Pass at Frozen. So we got some time to wait in these lines and go to Soarin and the seas and living with the land and Mexico.
This really is worst case scenario because living with the land never has technical issues.
Please remain seated as the cast member will be by momentarily to provide additional instructions. We apologize for the inconvenience.
We are getting evacuated off of Living with the Land.
Which will not be in this vlog.
Living with the Land is currently down. We refueled on some ice water, hopped in line for Soarin before everyone who is leaving Living with the Land gets in line for Soarin because we got there just as it was going down. Thankfully, they cannot use their multiple experience fast passes here, which is good. However, a lot of people did get in the standby line. It is now a 70-minute wait. Very much worst case scenario. We have not moved significantly yet. We're still going to do our best. Aaron and I boarded Soarin. That wait time was unfortunately pretty accurate, plus or minus 10 minutes. I think it was. We got in line at 1:45, so it was about an hour long. We still have Seas Living with the Land, which is still down, Frozen, and Mexico left to do. We want to get out of here by 4, ideally. 4, ideally.
We're gonna push it. I don't think we'll make that.
If we don't make 4, we're still gonna go over and see how long it takes us because remember, this is a holiday, and we're doing pretty good too. Aaron and I are now off of Soarin. I'm following him as we're running to Mexico to see if we can do that before our 3:20 Fast Pass at Frozen. So we've still got about an hour to pound out the last 4 rides. One of them we have a Fast Pass for, one of them is Mexico, which won't have a long wait. Hopefully, Living with the Land was sending their boats empty, so it looks like they're starting to get ready to open back up, which is good. And then we got the seas. So we're doing a lot better than we were expecting to do on this holiday, which is awesome. Aaron and I got in line for Gran Fiesta tour at 3 o'clock. We made it over here after running. In about 3 minutes we got here.
Wow, 3 minutes?
Yeah, we got here in 3 minutes. Bye.
Oh yes, Kimber's the boat.
Hannah's Panchito, Aaron is Donald, I am Jose, and Kimber, I guess, is the boat. They say we are birds of a feather. Bye, Mexico. Hello, Norway.
Adios, Mexico.
Adios, Mexico. Hello, Norway. We got our Frozen Fast Pass right now. We're gonna do that real quick. We were checking on Mexico. It looks like we should be able to book a Fast Pass for either Seas or Living with the Land, so that shouldn't be a problem. Let's hope the Fast Pass line isn't too long here so we can get on quick. Thank you. Thank you. Aaron and I have boarded Frozen Ever After. We were only in line for 4 minutes. Now we're on the ride, so we're gonna enjoy it. And we also managed to book a 3:35 Fast Pass for the Seas with Nemo and Friends after we used our Fast Pass here. Bye!
By the time we get off this ride, we'll be good to use it.
Yeah, and then all we have left after that is Living with the Land, which is still currently closed, but we're hoping we'll give it enough time for it to come back up.
You're going to Elsa's Ice Palace. And going up. It'll be so beautiful.
We are now off of Frozen Ever After. We can redeem our Seas with Nemo and Friends Fast Pass in 1 minute. So that's where we're running off to now. These are the last 2 rides, the Seas and Living with the Land. And we still have 25 minutes before 4 o'clock, which is when we said we wanted to be done. Once again, another reminder, it is Memorial Day. This is pretty good for a holiday. We are in line for the Seas.
Wait, we got off at 34?
I think so.
We just get here in 4 minutes?
Yeah.
Dang.
After this, we now have 1 ride left in Epcot, and we got 22 minutes till 4 o'clock. Aaron and I have boarded the Seas with Nemo and Friends. We also now have a Fast Pass booked for Living with the Land for 3:55 p.m. We're going to keep trying to refresh it, see if we can get anything earlier, although the ride is still currently down according to the app. We are going to go over there and check and see. Worst case scenario, we'll get a multiple experience. Maybe we'll have to ride another ride that's comparable timing-wise. Oh, let's do this. In the big blue world. Aaron and I are off the Seas with Nemo and Friends. We are heading now over to Living with the Land, and we are hoping that the ride is operating now. Fingers crossed for us, folks. Living with the Land is still closed. We asked a cast member outside of the ride how long the ride is, so we knew exactly, and she said 15 minutes. We got to the ride at 3 o'clock before we ran over to the bathroom.
No, we got 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock.
I mean, yeah, at 3:50. I'm stupid. We got over to the ride at 3:50 before we went and head over to the bathroom. So we added about 20 minutes to that time. We figured we'd be off the ride by 4:10, which is pretty good. That means if all was going to plan, we had used our fast passes and everything, we'd be off the ride by 4:10 and we'd be able to leave the park slightly later than when we planned to. There's not much we can really do right now with Living with the Land down. We're gonna hang out for a couple minutes, get some water here at Sunshine Seasons, see if it comes back up in the next 10 minutes or so. If it doesn't, we're gonna call it quits. We'll keep you updated. Yes! Aaron Living with the Land is back up and running.
I took one sip of my water. It was like, go!
After filling up our water, we looked up and noticed that Living with the Land was back up and running. We boarded Living with the Land right at the start time of our fast pass. We might be a little bit later than we wanted to at 4 o'clock, but hey, we're still on the ride. We still rode everything at Epcot in like 4 hours.
Done.
Epcot done. Bye. So if today were the challenge day, we'd be going to Animal Kingdom after this. So Aaron looked to see what we could book for fast passes at Animal Kingdom, and we were able to get a Primeval World for what time was it? 4:20. 4:20, which is beautiful because that's pretty much when we'll be arriving at Animal Kingdom. A little bit later than that, but that's awesome. It's been a good day.
Some, like the water lily, thrive in wet, swampy areas and waterways.
The spatter dock is overgrown.
The starchy root of the plant has long been used to make flour for baking. Some of our best ideas have been inspired by nature.
Came back because we had a fast pass.
Some of our best ideas have been inspired by nature.
What? Shout out to Chiquita for presenting this ride and this practice 47 attempt.
Yeah, tradition is live.
All right, guys, Epcot is done. We got off of Living with the Land at 4:17, and we figured if we were running right now, we'd get out of the park in about 5 minutes, or at least to the entrance. So we added 5 minutes to that time, 4:22. That is when we would be leaving the park. So it is a little bit later than we wanted. Our goal was 4 o'clock. However, we had a lot of stuff working against us today, so it was pretty remarkable. We even got all 9 rides.
I thought we'd do 3 today.
Right? And we were only 22 minutes later than we wanted to be. We had a lot working against us. So it's Memorial Day, it's a holiday, crowd levels are high. That's one thing. Another thing, we waited an hour for Soarin. So there's that. And we waited for Living with the Land to come back up for like 10 minutes or so before it actually did come back up. And we were still able to ride it. So Epcot has been completed. I can't believe what luck we had today. And I hope we have this luck and even better luck at Epcot on Wednesday when we actually do the 47. If today were the challenge day, we'd be going to Animal Kingdom now. However, we're not gonna be doing that because this was just a practice run for the leg of Epcot, and we're gonna celebrate by going to Club Cool because we've earned it, and Aaron's got his new shirt on. Please try another flavor. He's been selling this one on his website, tpublic.com/KingdomWorkerAaron for a while now, but he just recently got it. This is the first time he's wearing it. If you like the shirt, I'll put the link in the description along with all of his other shirts you can get, and I'll put a link to my one shirt as well. I'll make more shirts in the upcoming future as well. That's a little plug there.
Okay, I'll get Inca Cola. When it's Memorial Day and you ride all of Epcot in 3.5 hours, we go clubbing. I don't like this. I'm gonna please try another flavor.
I gotta finish mine.
Ew! Now we know that floor's sticky.
I thought it was empty. Aaron and I are heading out of Epcot. We have completed it for our 47 practice attempt. This is attempt number 4. However, it's only number 3 of documented attempt-ish stuff because I was not there when Aaron did Toy Story by himself the other night. But we were successful today. We could be a little bit better, and we hope to be better on the day of our actual challenge, but we do have to keep in mind today was a holiday. This was the worst case scenario. We also arrived here a little bit later than we hoped to arrive here on the day of the challenge. We didn't run the entire time. It was just...
We haven't had lunch at this point.
We haven't eaten really anything.
We should consider eating on the way back from Magic Kingdom here.
Yeah.
A portion of our lunch.
That's smart. So all things considered, today went super well. We did way better than we thought we were going to do. So I'm very happy we completed all 9 rides at Epcot. So thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope your day was just as great as mine was. Hang loose everyone, and I'll see you in the next one.
an M&M. There's no point in wondering where your pockets are.